Welcome, everyone. Today we are going to feature a brand shifting from an airline into a super app. My name is China, and together with Andrea, this is Marketing APAC Top Story. AirAsia, one of the leading airlines in the region, has recently transformed itself into a super app, moving beyond its flagship airline service to now also provide food delivery and e-hailing.
Last April, AirAsia Super App announced the entry of its e-hailing AirAsia Ride to the three markets, namely the Philippines, Thailand, and Indonesia. And today, we are privileged to speak with AirAsia Ride's regional CEO to know more about the launch.
We're very pleased to have Lin Chu Sean joining us today.
Hi guys, I'm happy to be here in this session and look forward for our conversation today.
First of all, congratulations on the upcoming expansion of AirAsia Ride. You only launched this about a year ago, and now you are bringing this to the three markets. So my first question is, the launch in Thailand, Indonesia, and the Philippines meant going against the competition that is led by Grab and Gojek in Indonesia. So how do you aim to set AirAsia Ride apart from the rest?
We actually launched in Malaysia last year, and now we are in the plan of launching in Thailand very soon, and then followed by Indonesia and Philippines. Many people ask, how do you differentiate yourself from the existing player? In fact, our mission is a bit different. When the competitors started many years ago, there's clearly a gap in the market that people are basically complaining about traditional taxis, the fares. Some of the taxi drivers do not follow the meter fare, and also maybe the cleanliness and the service provided. There was clearly a gap in the market that those early players can address. So that was a mission to let anyone can hail taxi or a car from anywhere. But our mission be different. The reason why we started is because we see that there's an opportunity in the market where we see that the drivers' welfare are not really taken care of, and customers are being thrown with crazy prices during traffic jams. Our mission is to come in and introduce a fairer ecosystem or platform so that people can enjoy rides for their daily commute at a fairer price, and also driver get fair treatments and also better income. That's why that set our goal different for the industry. If you look at us, we treat drivers as our customers and also passengers also our customers. Our drivers, we are talking about income. So how we differentiate ourselves is basically we're collecting lower platform fees compared to others, compared to the existing leaders. And the most importantly is we stress on freedom of choice, where we do not simply penalize our drivers for example, not taking the jobs, or they were not forced to actually take all the booking given to them. In fact, we give them the freedom of choice to choose the job that suits them based on the fare, based on the direction, so they can actually enjoy a stress-free driving. So that is how we differentiate ourselves in driver's perspective. On passenger side, we are focusing on having a fair fares, right? If you look at how other competitors work, is basically if there's not enough driver in a certain area during peak hours, then a multiplier will apply, and if a $10 trip might end up to be a $30 trip, right, at a time. And we think it's really not fair to the customer, because you shouldn't punish your customer when you don't have enough driver in the area, right? So why does a customer have to be penalized and have to pay more when you don't have enough drivers, right? So we do not believe in that. What we really believe in is having a fair fare. That means a driver should be compensated for the extra hour in the jam, or the extra distance they need to travel, for extra petrol, and their time. But you cannot simply just multiply the price because there's just not enough driver, right? Then you're back to square one, like 5 years ago when the taxis are doing that. For customer sides, we really stress on fair and transparent pricing.
Thank you for sharing with us that, Sean. I love what you mentioned about how drivers need also to be taken care of, and how AirAsia Ride is treating drivers just like your customers. Now, Sean, as mentioned earlier, these three markets, the Philippines, Thailand, and Indonesia, are very unique and different. I want to know, what are the distinct pain points of these markets in transportation, and how do you aim to solve them?
For example, in Thailand, let's say in Bangkok City, right? Or in Manila, I heard where you guys was talking about the traffic condition there. The difference is we need to introduce more effective transportation mode during the traffic jam hour. For example, like two-wheelers. Two-wheelers is not offered in Malaysia yet, but very clearly in these cities like Manila and also Bangkok, right, and also Jakarta, definitely two-wheelers is a must-have Because if you have been into, for example, like Jakarta City, you can see that a 1 or 2 kilometer stretch, which usually will take you around like 5 minutes, will end up to be 30 minutes or 1 hour, right? If you're on a car. The difference is in these cities, we really need to introduce two-wheelers to meet the need of the customers, right? To go to the place in a short time rather than having in a car. As I mentioned just now, fair pricing is our policy, but in some of the cities, basically the government has already regulated the price. So there is a base and ceiling price that we have to adapt to. Then we can actually play within the range allowed by the regulator. This is another factor that will be affecting our service in these countries, our cities. I think these are the two things that we see how this market will play differently.
Thank you for that, Sean. You know what? Two-wheelers is definitely the best option out there when you're in a hurry. Now, in relation to the previous question, in the Philippines specifically, your entry marks a groundbreaking presence as you finally end the monopoly of Grab. What's your comment on this, and how does this affect your operations in the market?
Yeah, I think no one likes monopoly, right? By giving another choice to the customer, definitely will be very appealing to the market. Ending the monopoly actually requires customer to willing to try our service, right? And also stick with us. One of the main area that we are looking at is because AirAsia is also a travel company, right? So in Philippines, mainly we will start off with the airport transfers, airport trips, work with local partners and also recruit our own drivers to handle, because we have a lot of customers that is traveling and has booked flight with us. So basically we're going to give them an end-to-end solution from door to door. They can book from, for example, if you're traveling from Kuala Lumpur to Manila, you can actually book right from your home to the airports, and then when you land in the Philippines, you can actually take from airports to your hotel, right? So basically that is one of the first focus that we will do. Then after that, we will then expand to the cities. When we have drivers that has onboarded our platform, then we will then open up to the cities as well.
Yeah, Sean, personally, I think your entry to the Philippines is very good news for everyone in the market because it provides us with more options, and this means more convenience for every Filipino. So now I want to ask you about this unique feature that you recently integrated into the e-hailing service, which is the ladies only ride. So this gives female passengers the option to ride with lady drivers and also vice versa. So why did you launch such a unique feature, and will this also be rolled out into 3 markets?
Yeah, I think it all comes with the needs of the market, right? From driver's perspective, found that there are many women drivers who really want to earn an extra income and join the e-hailing platforms, but not having the comfort level that they need. It's like, am I going to share my car with another stranger? What if I'm not comfortable, right? So basically, a lot of them do not join the platform due to this reason. So from driver perspective, when we launched lady drivers, the idea is basically to give the lady drivers a comfort level that they're going to get only ladies customers. So of course, the male customers is also available for them, but they have an option to actually totally block those customers, or they can actually take both once they are comfortable. So basically, we want to reduce the entry barrier for the ladies drivers to come in, because they can actually make a good living for by joining as a ride-hailing drivers. So this will definitely lower the entry barrier for them to join, and to promote better safety. We also give like free dash cam to the lady drivers who join us, right? So they can have all the things recorded when they're driving. From customers' perspective, we also noticed that during late night, the lady customer feel more comfortable if they have a lady driver taking them. So basically, this is just added service that we offer to the customers, right? So they have a choice to book any ride, which means they don't mind any car, any type of car or any drivers. Or if they feel comfortable, they can just go for lady drivers. So we really hope that this will bring a difference to the female market, both for drivers and also the passengers.
Yeah, I think as a woman myself, this is a really great feature, doubling the protection for our female riders who continue to have reservations when it comes to their safety.
You know what, with that, I highly agree with you, Shaina. The ladies only ride is such a great feature which benefits not only the female riders, but the female drivers as well.
Yes, that's right. So obviously, we're very excited with all these new developments. But for my last question, Sean, what new features and services can we further expect from the AirAsia Super App?
In terms of services, basically, if you notice that the way we actually group our drivers are actually by community, right? So you have seen the ladies drivers launch. So this is one of the community that we launched. So soon you'll be expecting more communities, or we call them like experiences that we can offer. For example, if you like a quiet ride, you can always go for quiet drivers community. If you like a friendly drivers, you can always choose a friendly driver community. Even like pet rides. Basically, you will see see more and more the community or the services being offered soon. In terms of features, I can tell you one of the very exciting feature that we're launching soon is actually a bidding feature. So basically, based on your affordability and also based on the urgency of the customer at the time, you can then bid based on your affordability, how much you want to pay for the trip. So this is something that, like a sneak preview for you, we'll be launching this very soon.
So thank you so much, Sean. So many exciting things to look forward to. Both Andrea and I are actually based here in the Philippines, so we're definitely thrilled to see AirAsia Ride get up and running here.
That's right. E-hailing services have become such a fixture in our day-to-day, and we are so happy to have caught up with you, not just on your lunch, but also to discuss the present state of the industry. Again, thank you so much, Sean, for your time and for sharing with us this exciting lunch.
Thank you very much, guys. Look forward to launch in the Philippines very soon once we acquire our license.
So there you have it, our top story. If you have an interesting story to share in the areas of marketing, tech, platforms, and SMEs, please email us at editorial@marketing-apac.com.
Also, be part of our growing community and follow us on our social media channels. This has been China, and together with Andrea, we'll see you in the next episode.